and I'm sure he has like a whole other side. So I think it behooves everyone to try to get his side of it, and don't just pass judgment on my side of it. And again, if you feel like I'm being the baby, you know, then let me know. You know, but I really think that everybody should get his side of the story, and you know, I just think that would be the most appropriate thing right now is to hear from him. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I wish? I wish the guy would be here right now. I really do wish the guy would be here right now, and we could just like get this thing out in the open. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing's going right in my life. I don't have any money. God's not coming through with that. You know, it's like the health problems aren't there. I got a pain in my nuts. You know, like if God could just do one miracle right now, it would be if just Levi could just come over to right now, and we could just work. I can feel a miracle coming on. Oh my God, it's Levi! Holy crap, it's Levi! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Can I wear your hat?
Oh my God, it's Levi! Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you, God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Hey, welcome back to the show!
Hey, sports fans!
Hey, sports fans! We're back!
Where are my glasses?
Oh, your sunglasses over there. Hold on.
Okay.
And you got your water?
I got my water. So wait, I want the whole lecture because tell them I came over to drop off a DVD that I...
Okay, but I didn't want to say that part because once I would say that you came over,
right.
I caught myself midway and I thought, wait. Then they know it's a setup. Right? So I didn't want to say that part. I caught myself and I cut it off.
So
Okay.
tell them about the lecture I came over to drop off the DVD and we sat down and talked things out.
Wait, make sure we're both in the middle of the camera and also check your camera.
And you told me how I'd never get married and like this was the reason I was always alone.
I'll say that.
I want that lecture too.
All right. So there was one little bit that I didn't say. Are we both in? Get towards.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Are we both in yours as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys can hear us all right?
I'm just gonna look at the chat.
Oh, you better not, because some of these people might have badmouthed you. I was seriously furious. I don't know even about the HIV. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So the one thing I said was, okay, this I said last night in email, I said, if you're going to cut me off for good, there's one thing you got to do, and that's you got to return this DVD that I gave him to borrow. And it was a DVD, you know, that my nephew got for me. And it's, should I tell them what it was?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's called, what the hell is this called? Eastbound and Down, right? So my nephew gave me this. We watched it together when he came out here, and I let Levi borrow it, and I said, if you're going to, cut me off, you got to drop that shit off before you cut me off. So he just came by today out of, like, nowhere. I'm eating lunch, right?
He said drop it off in good condition.
Probably scratched it.
He said drop it off in good condition.
It's probably... Did I write that?
Yes.
Oh, because
I was gonna like totally deface it.
And you seem like a dick. What are you doing?
I just
You seem like a
in
dick.
the chat room.
You seem like a dick last night, and I didn't want you throwing it against the wall or something. Because especially since my nephew paid for it. So wait. You know what? I want to get this little. Last week
drop that down. Yeah.
Last week we were really low, but down in Mexico. Okay, so is that what the fuck? Okay, hang on. So I I didn't want it to arrive HIV positive. Are we good? Are we good here?
We're good.
So Levi comes over, so kind of unexpected and everything today. So I'm like, hey, you want to come in? You want to schmooze this out? And he's like, okay. So we sat down and we schmoozed it, and you were here for how long do you think you were here?
Like 20 minutes.
He was like for like 20 minutes this afternoon and everything. So we schmoozed the whole thing, and at the end we decided, hey, you want to get back together again? And he's like, yeah, let's get back together again. So I think we're back together again. I think that's the bottom line, right? So then he was like, we should discuss. He was like, looking back at the whole 20-minute conversation. He was like, we should do this on film, and I'm like, well, I'm doing a show tonight by myself, why don't you come over and we'll replay, we'll re-dramatize,
Right.
re-dramatize our conversations. So this is basically where we were at, right? So go ahead. You
Yeah, except I got the whole lecture on how this is why I'll never get married. This is why I don't have any friends, because while you cut people out just like this, I don't even let them in to begin with. Is that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was that. You were laughing at that. You were laughing at
people, and this is why you'll never get married, because I don't think any woman would want a relationship with you, because you're just like, you live this life like, way up here, and just don't let anybody in, and you don't give a damn about anybody. And
here it finally is. Was the whole thing a prank to begin with? Says Greg, and I was saying that to Levi when I was walking him out the door tonight, wasn't I? On the way down to the street,
yeah.
Right? And I said, you know what they're going to think? They're going to think this whole thing was an Andy Kaufman stunt, and the whole thing was bullshit just to boost ratings. But
we've had a few run-ins, so there's nothing BS about this. We've had a few run-ins. We've gone to the brink a few times before. So.
Yeah. I've said before, like, that's it. I'm not doing the show. I'm not doing the show.
Fine.
I'm not doing the show. I quit. I'm like Howard Stern. If you ever watched his old, you ever listened to his old shows, like in the '90s, he used to quit like every week. This was not set up other than the beginning of how we entered into this. But when I announced the show this afternoon on Facebook, I didn't know this guy was coming over. I was planning to do this totally solo.
So the last time someone got this upset at me was when I put it in the wrong hall.
That wasn't bad. You were only with me on this, for maximum 5 minutes, and you already talked about your sex life.
I said sorry, but I really wasn't sorry. I liked it. I just said sorry to try to mollify her.
5 minutes, and he's talking about his sex life. Okay, so let's bring them up into the details. What exactly were we saying this afternoon?
What have I missed?
Well, it's like, because my point is that, you heard what I said to them.
Right,
my side of the story.
Right.
Now say your side of the story.
I didn't break Rabs, and I can't make Rabs. Like, I can't fix Rabs, and I didn't destroy Rabs. The reason that, like, we have constant tension is not anything that either one of us doing. It's just who we are. We're doomed to have these run-ins. So, like, I feel like I told Rabs, like, at the climactic point in our discussion this afternoon, like I said, I don't give an F about your feelings, because I have gone as far, bend over backwards as far as I want to bend over backwards to be sensitive to the rabbi's feelings. So I've been doing a show with the rabbi for 9 months, and I've never set him up on the show and sucker punched him. I've treated him like a mensch on the show. I let the chat room run wild. So that's that. I do let the chat room run wild. That's my preference. But as far as like sucker punching him and like bringing him over and berating him, I've never done it in 9 months. I'm not likely to do it now. So the behavior of people asking me, "Oh, are you being serious?" That really bugs me. It annoys me. So when he kept asking me, "Do you really have HIV?" that behavior annoys me, and so I blasted that behavior and how annoying it is, and how I just don't find that there's any benefit to me clarifying things for people, because there will just be an endless cycle of clarifications asked for again and again and again. So there are enough people who understand when I'm being sarcastic without me having to explain. Then the people for whom I need to explain, no explanation will ever be sufficient. There'll always be more and more requests for clarifications, and so I'm trying to get to the point where I just give up on explaining and just go on and live with the consequences. And I also don't like working on relationships unless you're married. You're married with kids, work on the relationship. You've got a work situation, okay, work on the relationship. And to a large extent, my relationship with Rabs is primarily a work situation.
We're not getting married?
We're not getting paid for this, but we primarily have a show that we do together. So yeah, I guess, it needs some working on. But with any of my other friends, I don't work on the relationship. Particularly with any of my male friends, I don't care about their feelings. and this whole stuff about, I'm offended.